Hello everybody, Big Planes here, and I know I have not been super active in the last few weeks. I've actually had a lot of personal things and vacations going on, so I really haven't had much time to do Lego stuff, but I wanted to update you today on this model of a 747 here, and I wanted to show you how I have been making some changes. I've gotten a huge amount of user feedback from the community on what I should change, and there's quite a few things I want to go over in this video. Now, this is going to be a very short video, of course, but I just want to show you some changes I'm making. And if you guys are not aware, Bricks by the Bay, which is a Lego convention that I usually attend, is happening in 2 weeks or so. So I have to sort of get my models ready for that thing. And this 747 is one of the planes that I want to bring there. So I'm going to sort of show you what we got going on here. So the first thing I want to talk about are the engines. A lot of you commented that this engine, which used to be out here a little bit more, was way too far out on the wing. And I really agreed with you. And so what I did, and it might be sort of difficult to notice here, is that I actually brought it in. So it used to be like right there, mounted right here. Sorry about the shaky camera. And I moved it into right near the flap. So the engine is much more accurately placed, if you want to say. So that's definitely something that I have been needing to do for a very long time on this model, and I really think it helps improve the way the model looks, and it also sort of helps to improve the structural aspect, because now over here that is not putting much stress on the wing, so the wings should not warp nearly as much as they have been in the past. And the warping wings is something that I am also looking into, and the tail. Those two areas seem to really not do good under gravity. This thing is very heavy and it warps. So yeah, I've been looking into ways to fix that. And another thing that I've just been getting battered on some of my videos are the doors. And yes, I know every single one of them was mounted backwards, so that was sort of embarrassing, but I have since then changed it so all the doors are mounted correctly. They don't open this way anymore, they open this way. So that was definitely something that had to be changed. I just couldn't live with it anymore, so don't worry, they're all fixed. I fixed them on the tail over there, I fixed them on the wing, everything's fixed. So that's done. I've also sort of cleaned up the interior here. We can see some of the bathrooms now have more tiles on them because I sort of ran out when I was originally redoing it, so they're much cleaner now. And that is just little stuff people may not ever see, but when I take this thing to the convention in a couple weeks, which I really hope to, I want to be able to show people the interior of the plane. So this is something that really had to be done, and the seating arrangement is being finalized. It was a little messy before, but you can see sort of the separations of classes, and this is all economy that we're looking at. This is one section, and that's another thing that I'm looking at, is how to transport this thing. Originally, the wings were supposed to be separate and each one was supposed to come off, but after I realized how big and heavy this thing was, it sort of didn't happen. So transporting these things can be interesting. I'm not sure how structurally sound it is to be put in a car and driven up to 500 miles away from here, but we'll see how that goes. And yeah, so that's all I really got for this one. I am sort of working on ways to smooth out the roof a little bit. I might put some larger curve slips here, but that's sort of later. So yeah, if you're wondering about the space shuttle, I'm going to get some parts for that at Bricks by the Bay. So in a couple weeks, we're going to really see some progress on it. I just don't really have super ton of money right now, and I need to save it for Bricks by the Bay because they do have a very large bulk parts that you can get there, which are very helpful for building models. It actually built much of this model, the bulk parts they have there. And so yeah, that's where we're going to see some progress on the space shuttle. But I just want to show you some very necessary improvements that needed to be made to the 747, and I will be updating you over the next few days on improvements that I do make. I am considering adding LED lights to the ends, like I did with the B-52 and B-2. I was thinking about adding them to the ends on this wings because it's just such a large plane. I really think it would add to it, but that's another update. So that's all I really have for this update. A fair bit of few things going on with this model, but that's really all we have. So please be sure to hit that like button, hit subscribe. I know I don't really like begging for subscribers, but it always helps out the channel. So that's it for this one, and bye for now.